The big question is, how many sets should I be doing? Should I be doing 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets? Let's get straight to the point. If you're working out more than an hour per workout, then you're wasting your time. Okay, that might be overdoing it, but the truth is, most people are overtraining, and this is exactly why they're not making consistent progress in the gym. And I promise you, if you watch this short video all the way to the end, and you don't have TikTok brain, you'll know exactly what junk volume is, what to do to avoid it, and how many sets and exercises you should do per workout. That way your progress actually stays consistent. If you don't know who I am, my name is Francis, men's physique IFBB Pro and certified nutrition coach, owner of the Aesthetic Dream Fit, where we've helped hundreds of people get to their dream body, lose unwanted body fat, and break through their plateaus. Today, we are going to be discussing junk volume and why your progress will suck if you overtrain and how to avoid it. Let's get right into the lesson. All right, what is going on? This is going to be the exact lesson that you need to know so that way you actually train with proper intensity and you don't lose muscle, whether you're in the fat loss phase, whether you're trying to gain muscle, or whether you're trying to do both at the same time. So if you don't know who I am, again, my name is Francis. I'm IFBB Pro and a certified nutrition coach, and I want to teach you exactly what you need to know for you to be able to train properly with proper intensity so that way you can actually make consistent progress in the gym. All right, so let's get straight into it. Here's a question for you, right? Let's say two friends are trying to grow their chest, right? Person number one does 3 sets of bench press because that was in his program, right? Person number two, on the other hand, does 10 sets on the bench press because he felt he could do more and he just wants to grow his chest fast, right? Who will reap the most benefits of getting a bigger chest? Is it person number one that just followed this program, or is it person number two that does 10 sets? Person number one. The reason why is because more is not always better. More will never be better, right? Less is always not better as well, right? There's always a proper balance for you to be able to make more progress. Same thing when it comes to food. So many people, when they think about dirty bulking, right, and they think that's the right way to go, it is completely not. Just because you're eating more food every single day compared to the person tracking their macros, it does not mean you're going to be able to gain more progress, gain more muscle compared to that person, right? More is not always better. That is the one thing I want you guys to understand. So this is why this works. I do this for a living. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I don't work a regular job. I transform people for a living. So Jacob in his mid-20s losing 35 pounds while gaining muscle with proper intensity and with a proper personalized training program. Axel, same thing for him. He was able to lose over 80 pounds of body fat while getting muscle, and he was able to actually gain some strength as well because he was doing it the proper way. Here's another client of mine. His name is JR, getting abs at 40 years old, right? And Tim Kelly losing 25 plus pounds at 60 years old. And they were both going through this process, and they were both not doing junk volume just like they were doing before. So all of my clients in the past, they used to think that, oh, doing more would get them more progress. But in reality, like I said, there's a perfect balance of intensity, of frequency for you to be able to make consistent progress in the gym. More is not always better, right? That is going to be the main point of this video today. Here's the one most common thing that I hear from so many people. I'm working out for 3+ hours a day and I'm not seeing results. A very common mistake a lot of beginners make is they focus on how much time they spend in the gym, right? It's kind of the same thing, right? As you saying, let's say, you know, you're studying for a test and you're like, oh, I've been in the library studying for 10 hours, but how many of those 10 hours were actually productive? Probably like an hour. Right? So it's the same thing in the gym. Just because you're spending 3, 4, 5 hours in the gym, right? It does not mean you had a productive workout. If you're able to work out for 3 hours, you are not getting shit done. And that's just the reality of things, right? This is excluding power lifters because they rest over 5 minutes per set. Once you start training with proper intensity and correct form, you will be exhausted after your workouts. That's coming from an IFBB Pro. I train very, very hard, and I'm literally out of the gym within 45 minutes to an hour if I don't have cardio after. I want to talk about the science behind things, right? Just so you have an understanding. So again, since we were talking about chest earlier, let's talk about chest right now. Optimal is going to be the key, not more, right? Optimal is going to be the key. So if you're doing bench press, 3 sets near failure, then chest flies 3 sets near failure, and then dips 1 set to failure. That is 7 total sets. That is a great chest workout with very high intensity, right? So on the other hand, let's say you do bench press for 4 sets, chest flies for 4 sets, chest press machine for 4 sets, push-ups for 3 sets. That's 18 total sets. You won't be able to recover. You overtrain with moderate intensity. right? That's why for me, like literally within the first set, the second set that I do my workouts, right? I'm already pretty dead. And the reason why is because I know how to push my intensity past failure or near failure at a minimum, right? So I want you guys to look at this graph right here. Low stimulus would be 1 to 2 sets. Moderate stimulus would be 3 to 4 and then 5 to 6 right here. Optimal stimulus would be 7 to 9 to 10. Right? At the tipping point of you doing, 15 sets, 20 sets for one muscle group, like let's say you're just working out your chest and you're doing like 15 sets, 20 sets, right? Like literally on a week-to-week basis, then what's going to happen? You're just going to be overtraining. That is called junk volume. The tipping point right here is going to be called junk volume. All right. It's not just more. Again, optimal is going to be key for muscular hypertrophy. So again, more is not always better. More is not optimal. The sweet spot we've found for results is around 6 to 8 sets on a single muscle, right? I'm not saying 6 to 8 sets for your entire workout because let's say you're doing push-pull or a full push workout, right? That means you're working out your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps, right? So if you're just doing chest, for an example, 6 to 8 sets per single muscle would be the key. Right? So if you're just doing chest, 6 to 8 sets on that chest would be the key with actual proper intensity. Proper intensity means you going to failure or near failure. You need 6 to 8 sets of going to absolute failure or near failure for you to be able to make consistent progress. 12 sets right here. This is just an example of a graph about 7.7% growth. 18 sets, as you can start see, it starts going down. 24 sets, 6.1% growth. And then, there's so many people that do so much more sets, right, per workout. So keep that in mind. More is not always better. I want you guys to understand this as well. What is an effective rep? This is what some people do, right? They stop the sets once they feel the burn. This is what literally 99% of you guys do, right? If you go to the gym, you see these people, right? They're not even sweating. As soon as it starts burning and they start feeling that burn, that's really, really uncomfortable. That's when they stop. They're like, okay, that's a set, right? But that is when a set actually starts, right? So where the growth actually is, if you continue to push yourself at least 1 to 2 reps before failure. Right? So when I say failure, that means that if somebody puts a gun to your head, right, and says, hey, do 1 more rep, right? Let's say you have a set of 10, for example, of curls. You're in the 9th one, right? It was really, really hard. And then somebody says, hey, do 3 more reps. And you were only able to do 1, like you're shaking, you're dying, you barely got it up. And that's how you know that was actually a proper set. Obviously, you have to be able to learn how to do this with proper form. Right? Because if you're going to failure and your form is also going to failure, then that's a problem, right? You need to learn how to go to failure with proper form. And that's where the growth actually happens. So big mistakes you might be doing that equals to no results. This is every single day I see so many people do this. They do 10 to 15 sets per single muscle group. This is too much volume. They stop when it burns or they're not going to failure, no training intensity. This is where people actually, just go to the gym, check off the box that they went to the gym, and they're not really making progress. They look the same, right? How many times have you been in the gym for about a year? You've seen the same people there. Yes, you've seen the same people there. They're consistent every single day. But the problem is they still look the same, right? And the reason why they still look the same is because they are consistent, but they don't know how to train with proper intensity, with proper frequency, and they might be doing too much volume or not enough volume. So another big mistake that you might be doing that equals no results, right? Instead, I want you to focus on train on your program with about 4 to 7 exercises per day. Don't do any extra sets, right? 5 to 8 sets per muscle group, training to failure, right? Don't just stop because it burns, right? Or near failure. Near failure, again, is, let's say, same example as earlier. Somebody puts a gun to your head and say, do 1 more. You were barely able to get 1 more. That's how you know it was an actual set. The key right here is killing it with the sets that you already have, right? Not just adding sets, because that is not going to do you any good. Keep that in mind. For those interested, here's the thing, right? We've helped over 1,400 people, real people, get real results with their physique transformation, as you can see right here. So through this coaching program, I'm going to be taking you step by step. We work with you very closely one-on-one to transform your physique. All this knowledge that I have given is a proven structure with myself and the people that we've helped, right? On average, our clients lose about anywhere from 25 pounds to 40 pounds in the coaching program with daily access to your coach, right? You don't see that in the fitness industry anymore, right? So you're able to actually talk to your coach on a day-to-day basis if you have questions, right? To make sure that you're actually doing everything correctly. So if you want to see more results, it's going to be on the Aesthetic Dream page. So go to my Instagram or go to Instagram and search up Aesthetic Dream Fit. Aesthetic Dream Fit, right? Or on my YouTube here, if you scroll my videos, I have so much client interviews, like real life people with real life results, literally talking about their progress with me, right, in the program. Again, if you're interested, all you have to do is DM me the word shred. So there's another client of mine. He said, amazing transformation. The best part is you learn so much more, the proper how, the right mindset, how to bring it all together and actually make it sustainable, right? Life goals. Aesthetic Dream makes real life dreams one reality at one client at a time. Dude, also thanks again for reaching out, bro. You changed my life. Feeling good. Old clothes fit me again. I'm close to buying a whole new wardrobe. Good new, hopeful outlook with how I'm living and ready to be with y'all for life, right? More optimistic and confident than I've ever been. I'm excited to keep pushing. My family's noticing the improvements and cheering for me. Makes me feel so good. Thank you guys. So again, if you are interested, right, into making the craziest transformation in your life, all you have to do is DM me the word shred with your name and age to apply on my Instagram, Francis Rancis, right? So this is my Instagram right here. Go ahead and check it out. And then all you have to do is DM me the word shred or fill out the application in my bio. So again, if you feel like this was a lot of help, all you have to do is apply on my bio below or DM me the word shred on Instagram. Other than that, see you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next lesson and peace out.